Hello everybody and welcome back. My name's Anna Maria and today we're going to do some leaf printing. Fall is the best time of the year to print leaves because you'll find them scattered all over the ground. I was on a walk recently and I shuffled my feet and the leaves flew up and the leaves flew down and I admired the colors, yellows, oranges, and reds. I gathered a few, brought them home, and I'll show you how I make leaf prints with just a few simple supplies. You'll need some paint. I'm using craft paint today, but you can use tempera paint or other acrylic paint. You'll need a paintbrush. It can be a foam brush or a school brush. I like to use a wide brush because it helps a little bit for spreading my paint around. Of course, I need some water so I can rinse my brush off and a paper towel to dry my brush after it's been rinsed. I also need paper. I'm just going to use regular computer paper today, but you can use bigger sheets of paper. You could use cardstock and make cards. The choice is up to you. You'll also need some scrap paper, which I have from our recycling bin. You could also use newspaper, whatever you have in the way of scrap paper, and leaves. Leaves come in many different shapes and sizes. Find what you can around your neighborhood and bring them home with you to do some leaf prints. Here we go. So you can see here I've squeezed my colors out onto a plasticized piece of paper. I've also used ice cream lids or yogurt container lids or even just wax paper for squeezing my paint out onto. I like to stick with just a few colors. I've used very fall colors here, but you can also do your leaf prints in purples and blues and pinks. What I do is I get a scrap piece of paper, big enough to hold my leaf, put my leaf on top of it, and then I paint my leaf. This part I want to do fairly quickly because I don't want the paint to dry on the leaf. And I make sure that it's a very thin layer of paint on my leaf. And I'll pop my brush in water so it doesn't dry, move my scrap paper, and turn my leaf over onto the paper I want to print it on. And taking another piece of scrap paper, I lay that over top of my leaf and rub with my hand. Rub with my fingers. I can feel where the leaf is underneath my scrap paper. I could do this on top of the leaf itself, but this keeps my hand clean and ready for making more prints. I peel back my scrap paper and I pick up the leaf, and there you have it. Now, if I had painted my stem, I would have gotten a print of a stem as well, but I didn't, so let's try another one. Dry off my brush. I don't think I'll worry about whether or not all the paint washed out of it. What if I did a green leaf now? That. Oh. Remember, I was talking about painting my stem as well. There we go. Flip it over. Use a new piece of scrap paper. And rub and rub and rub. And one of the reasons for using a thin layer of paint is that as you're rubbing the leaf and pushing it against the other paper, your paint doesn't squish out from underneath the leaf and make big blobs. There we go. So you could keep filling this paper up with leaves. I wanted to show you another thing that I enjoy doing with leaf prints though. Look at our scrap paper here and how we get these beautiful little fans and silhouettes of the leaves. I enjoy playing with that effect and filling my paper up with shapes of leaves, silhouettes of leaves, and prints of leaves. So here my brush was a little bit wetter, and so the paint's a little bit thinner. Once I've done that, I can flip the leaf over to another part and print it. What's interesting about this technique is that you can then print inside this silhouette with the same leaf. By painting it again, getting those radiating lines, putting your leaf back in where you had taken it out of, and printing it again. So you can just keep going with your leaf prints. See what kinds of patterns you can do, what kind of designs you can make. Fill up pages and pages and pages of paper with colorful leaves. So that's how I print leaves, everybody. Pretty simple, isn't it? A little bit of paint, a little bit of paper, and a whole lot of fun. I'll leave you now to go make your own leaf prints. I'll post some pictures of leaf prints I've made at the end of this video and wish you happy printing. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again sometime. Bye for now.